yesterday and the past couple days. It's been a ton of fun to watch so far. It's just been unreal. I play a little bit of Dota, but I'm really kind of nerding out that I get to talk to you guys today, so thanks. And congrats. This is a cool place to start, just because you guys know that we've got a bunch of crazy dedicated fans. A lot of the stuff on this bulletin board is not from Dota, obviously. A little clock with Valve times, crowbars, wedding cakes with the cake is alive, portal jokes. So we've got a bunch of dedicated fans from all over the world, and this is some of the random crazy stuff that they've mailed us and sent us, and we really appreciate that. So take just a minute to snap a picture or check some of this stuff out, and then we're going to head upstairs and see some more of the office. So as you can see, it's a pretty good setup, very well taken care of here, and we're grateful for that. So we do a lot of like meals and open sitting areas and things like that here at Valve. It's pretty calm right now because so many people are downtown, busy working, but we do a lot of big lunches here. So to my left is like one of our meeting rooms that we call the fish bowl. Below us to my right is the dust bowl, and there's a lot of rooms like that that we're using for the rest of the evening. Our main kitchen area is pretty great here at Valve, and one of the things that we do every Thursday, you guys might know a little bit about this, is we do our big like community lunch sort of a thing. So we roll out these big buffet carts, and a lot of Valve employees bring in their wife or their husband, their kids, and it's sort of like a big family, community-oriented lunch. It's a pretty great experience. It's all part of just sort of our attitude here that you should be able to come and go as you please and get what you want and stuff like that. I don't know how much, normally we'd see a little bit more of the office, but there's some cool stuff up on the 7th floor that we're going to go check out. It's a little more Dota specific, but this is a little sneak peek into sort of our overall work environment. If you guys have questions, by the way, normally I'm like giving tours to partners or fans and they've got tons of questions, they want to know stuff. What do you guys curious
about? How many people work in this building?
It's a really good question. I think we're at about 320 full-time employees, and then there's like a dozen or 24 contractors who work in different like part-time or full-time capacities.
And how many floors are yours?
When we moved into this tower, we just had floors 5, 6, and 7, so just 3. But since then, we've added a ton of capacity and a ton of different facilities. So upstairs on the 9th floor, we just installed a bunch of audio and sound studios for recording and mixing and mastering, a motion capture studio upstairs. So now we're on 6 floors total, from the 4th all the way up to the 9th.
Awesome.
So we spread out a lot, which has been really awesome. Any other questions, things you guys are curious about? Arsenio, do we have anything else to show off to these guys?
Sure, I'm going to throw stuff at you. Let's all practice for tomorrow. Ready? What is it?
Oh! Rejected.
Open it up, open it up. Hi guys.
Hello.
We got like 42 new SKUs for the secret shop. My name's Arsenio. Help run the Valve store. Work on our merchandise licensing, and I'll be wearing a tiny little fez at the secret shop. So don't look for me. This is our team. We're working on signage for the store. This is what we do every year.
The voice turns into you.
Come on, open them up.
It's too hard.
I know.
Make it easy.
We gotta test this.
The Pokeball. Yeah, take a picture and then.
Yeah, check it out, Bat Rider. Crack it open. It's gonna be bundled with a mount.
Yeah.
Oh, Tide Hunter. No Tide Hunter. Come on.
That means that's gonna be shitty wizard.
Yes, shitty wizard.
Shitty wizard.
Yes!
Shitty Wizard.
Okay, show me yours.
Cool. Well, I hope you guys dig the merch, and if you have ideas, please come on by to the secret shop and chat us up. We love hearing new product ideas all day long. Feel free to take pictures of any of this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and it's my favorite nature's prophet. Check out these.
Most people see an opportunity where they can be really valuable because they love what they do. So a good example of that, I guess there's a guy named Kyle Davis who does a lot of work on Team Fortress 2 and like the man economy, the hack economy. I don't know how many of you guys play TF for fun, but Kyle sits in the TF cabal, but every Wednesday usually he comes down and sits in my cabal. We're sort of more like Steam business oriented. He knows a bunch of really useful things about the economy and TF2 and Dota specifically, whereas we have a bunch of data and information on what our other partners are doing. So Kyle comes and sits with us like a day a week. So there's a lot of that sort of work happening where you might sit in the Dota cabal, but there are people on other floors and on other teams that you're collaborating with on a weekly or monthly basis. That's probably more common than people who bounce from cabal to cabal week after week after week.
So like, for example, the Dota project started because some people within Valve liked Dota 2, right?
Exactly.
And it was only a couple, and then they did like lots of contacts, and now how many people from the original idea of Dota 2 would be a really cool game and now moved on and working on the project? Because wasn't it like last year, like 60?
Yeah, I would have guessed there's about 75 people that would say, like, yeah, I'm actively working on Dota.
Okay.
Sometimes, though, that number, I mean, if you count working on the International, then right now it's like 150.
Okay.
And in 2 weeks it'll be back down to 60 or 75.
So within Valve, is the Dota team the cool project to work on? Well, not really.
I would really hesitate to say that there's like a pecking order of like a glamorous project and a not so glamorous project. Part of the object, or I guess ambition, is that there shouldn't be anything at Valve that anybody would be like, oh man, I have to go work on that, right? Like you should be super pumped about whichever project you're working on. Dota 2 is getting a ton of attention and the International is really exciting, but that's like kind of good for everybody. Like everybody's excited about that, and there are people who don't do any work on Dota 2 but are working like 18-hour days to keep the International up and running. So that I think is the cool thing, is if you didn't want to participate and you didn't feel like really helping out on the International, nobody would fault you, nobody would really bother you. But if it's exciting to you and you care about it and you think it's awesome, you can jump in and join. So, we should, unless Adrian has anything to add to that.
What?
What I was just saying, we should probably cruise back down to the lobby and get you guys your jackets.
Yeah, unless you guys have any questions.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, that's totally the end.